Hello and welcome back to StarCraft, and today we'll be rounding off the direct strike commanders with Kerrigan, the aggressive Zerg commander. And well, let's just hop right into the abilities. So Kerrigan is a commander that focuses on more typical StarCraft, well, Zerg units. It's aggressive, meaning all of our abilities somehow affect the fields. We have Malignant Creep, which drops a creep tumor, English. And creep tumors, or at least whenever your units are on creep, grants 10% weapon speed to my own forces, which is pretty good, so we want to keep spreading that creep all over the place. And the other ability is Assimilate. Marks the target unit, and after it dies, it converts it into 100 minerals. So every so often, we just get a small boost of 100 minerals. And that's what I call pretty good. Now, Kerrigan is a unit that we can actually place. It is a hero unit, very strong, like so, and it has a scaling factor. Kerrigan gains 5 maximum life for each unit she destroys, up to a maximum of 200 life. So we want to be having Kerrigan out on the field as long as possible. In fact, let's actually put our defenses here, because no one has done that yet, which is kind of concerning. Put this down. It looks like both of my teammates are going for rushes of some kind. Yeah, he's taking up here, so I'm going to be the one that's tanking everything it looks like. So let me go ahead and start that process with a couple queens. There we go. Defenses are down. They've got Dahaka. So they've got a couple hero units on the other side as well. Specifically, Dahaka and Tychus. Tychus is the name I'm looking for. So Kerrigan has a couple of abilities. Mostly just jump and slash kind of abilities. Oh dear, Dahaka is coming in for quite a bit of damage. That's gonna be great. Oh dear, oh my. We saw Stukov in the power of these infested bunkers, so I'm very glad that we have defenses here, because we're going to need it. So we have our Zerg player here, is playing as Zagara, going straight up to tier 3. Curious what the option is for that. And I'm surprised to see Swan not doing anything. I'm guessing Swan is AFK, that particular teammate, because they haven't spent any of the resources. You can see in the top right corner the resource expenditure of our teammates, and they've done literally nothing, which is probably an indicator that they're AFK, and it's just, oh, they're back! Yes, they've just started spending things. They've just put down their refinery, they have returned, and they're taking up to tier 2 and 3 at the same time, so we'll see how well that works out for us. I'm going to continue getting some backline units, just to tank a little more and delay long enough for my teammates to come and help, because I cannot take all 3 waves at once. That's not how this works. I will die horribly. Alright, but we should have enough here to kind of stop all this from getting through. Alright, we're good. We're good. Next up, I need to start teching up and getting some more of my own units. Generally, we want to go with a kind of StarCraft II style composition here, and just smash down the front door with Lurkers and Queens and Hydralisks and, well, whatever else we want. We have Broodlords and Ultras. The Kerrigan has their very special Ultra, the Torask, the Brood War era, super, like, Spec Ops Ultralisk, and those are pretty good. They revive upon death, and just kind of walk down the field punching everything, which is really strong, makes me happy. We might have to get a few of those, but let's focus on stabilizing a bit first and not dying. Not dying is usually the first step to winning. We're getting tier 2, we've maxed our extractors for the moment, so we'll be getting a fair bit of economy. Kerrigan's using up all their abilities, this is fine. Alright, let's go ahead and upgrade these. We've unlocked the next turret, so let's go ahead and put that down. Next up, we want to get Lurkers. We've got a bit of a front line. We've got Kerrigan that jumps in and deals a bit of damage, and we want that splash from the Lurkers to deal with all these, not only infested bunkers, but infested marines. Oh, here comes Tychus, and my teammate didn't have a wave yet. So middle player here is still not spawning things. I'm very curious as to what their plan is. They're floating up to 1,000 resources right now, which is not ideal at all. Go ahead and put the Assimilate on this Primal Igniter, so when it dies I get things. Go ahead and put this down here. So next wave we will have Lurkers included. And then once more with the Lurkers. So next wave we should be able to get 2 Lurkers and then upgrade the Lurkers. In fact, let me go ahead and do that right now. Lurkers gain +3 weapon range, which is really powerful, as I'm sure you can imagine. Turns them into siege units, much like the siege tank, only a lot more splash damage in a line. See how that works out. Probably going to work very well versus the Stukov mob. Ooh, he's finally brought out some units. And these are later game units. They just kind of hit things really hard, and they have a lot of HP. They work nicely. Go on, knock it down. There we go. And once those get upgraded, they'll be just disgusting. They're like Thor cannons, basically. They're like, I guess, kind of smaller versions of the Thors. Wow. Well, as we know, we've seen the power of Zagara's Banelings, but those things are really powerful. Alright, let's get a couple more Lurkers, and also some more Queens. Just fill out the whole row. A nice, sturdy, stable bunch of units. Definitely need more Queens. My Queens are running out of energy far too quickly. And that's not good. That just means we need more. But these Lurkers are cleaning things up. Look at this, 6 kills here, another 6 kills there, and it's only going to keep getting more. There's up to 8, yeah. Lurkers do very well. I'm glad we invested in those. But I think Queens are the next unit on the ticket. Let's go ahead and cast... Oop, there we go, cast Assimilate on that unit. On the Crooked Sam. Oh, the Heroic Reaper. And you're gone. Alrighty, let's go ahead and put you down right over here, just to get a little bit more... Oh, those Banelings rolling in. Oh dear. Oh, that's a whole front line just missing. And a couple more Queens. Next up, more Lurkers. Want to get a couple more before putting on the upgrades for them. That'll do that. I just like how much damage they do. I don't think... Did he sell off a lot of his units, or is he just going straight infested bunkers? I mean, Lurkers are still the correct option, because the infested bunkers split into infested marines, and they're armored. Both of which are extremely weak to Lurkers. But I do need a little bit more power, I think. Or at least a little bit more tankiness coming around. Perhaps I should tech up to Ultras pretty quickly here. Let's see. Oh, yep. Pseudo AFK teammate has returned and is guiding us all the way to the other side of the field. That's what I want to see. Those Primal Igniters have 450 HP. They'll kind of face tank the Banelings. Ooh. So I like what the enemy Dahaka is doing. He's using his worms to tank all the Baneling hits, which is working out really well for him, which is unfortunate because that's not good for us. Let me get... Do I want to tech up now, or... Alright, let me go ahead and tech up now. We need to change something here. Where's... There we go, use it on you. Tech up now. Thank you. Oop. That's the cue for me to get detection. Detection right here, please. Thank you. He's getting his own set of Lurkers, so we need to not let those be allowed. Look at all the Thors and Tiny Thors just walking through Taika's line, just completely wiping out the entire wave. That's what I want to see. Victory as we march across the field. And then Dahaka's going to come in and eat and or punch everything. Oh, that's a lot of Banelings. And they all get, well, run right smack dab into the buildings. Oh, jeez! He's actually got enough Banelings now that he's completely wiping out the entire wave. That's kind of a lot. Alright, how many Banelings is... The answer is a lot of Banelings. Alright, he's just gone full Banelings, and it's working out. He's full on overwhelming the enemies. Looks like the opponent here is fielding some explosive infested. Fortunately, I don't have units that are... well, usually susceptible to splash damage. I have a lot of big tanky units, and they heal, so we're good. Lurkers are still alive and mostly undamaged. That one's got 11 kills. It's just, alright, we're just gonna keep marching across the field. We've upgraded to the final tech level, so we'll go ahead and add all the upgrades here. We don't need any more upgrades there. Next up, probably, I think we just want some more Lurkers and Queens. Now that we've got all the upgrades, we'll be doing a lot more damage. Let me go ahead and increase Kerrigan's ability efficiency for the last time. And now that we've hit tech level 3, Kerrigan has a new ability. This one can only be manually activated, so let me go ahead and hotkey you. It's the ultimate ability. Deals 100 or deals 10 with 100 versus air damage to enemies in a large area around Kerrigan and stuns them for 2 seconds. Just like so. Look at that. Completely locking them down. Unfortunately, we lost our front line in the process, but we still have the Lurkers. And they have no detection, so we're just gonna kinda just walk all over them. And with the Lurkers still alive, and now supported by my teammates' late game units, never mind, they all died horribly. Let's go ahead and put down another creep tumor right here. Cast our bonus goods on that dude. And whenever he dies, we'll get more XP. And I think we're just going to start taking up toward Ultralisks. Get a little bit more front line here. I keep bouncing between Ultralisks and more Lurkers, but I think Ultralisks are the right call. Those banelings just keep going. But yeah, that's a lot of explosive infested. If we can get some Ultralisks to face tank that, that would be great. They're just, yeah, they're jumping on here and just flattening my queens. Queens are pretty good at surviving that kind of thing, but that's kind of a lot of explosions. We need a little bit more. Oh god. That Lurker just wiped out an entire spawn wave, so yeah, we need to change up our tactic a little bit here. Alternatively, we could go with aircraft, because they have no anti-air. Broodlords serve that purpose very well. I'm not sure if that's the right call, but these Torasks, they're just too powerful to ignore, so we're going to go ahead and build some of these guys, put them right in, actually, yeah, right there. Right there's a good place for it, and we definitely want to upgrade these guys as quickly as possible, because they get some pretty strong upgrades. As much as I hate upgrading just one unit, getting the special upgrades on these are really good. They get a burrow charge, for example. Then after that, they get a massive AoE heal. Or rather, a heal that triggers based on how much AoE damage they earn, which is really good, considering they get a lot of AoE damage. So they just kind of run in there and face tank everything, and let's see how well they do against these explosions. Answer? Look at all that regeneration. And then they just resurrect. So now all of my queens are still alive. They still have most of their, well, a good bit of their energy. We're just gonna walk all over them. Look at that. That's what we're looking for. Denied. Alright, Ultralisk, definitely a good call. We've got the max upgrades off of them. Very good. Next up, more Ultralisks. As they can't deal with one, imagine how well they can't deal with two. Oh, we still have a Lurker that survived that. Hey! We took down their bunker, which will give us just enough resources to build a new Ultralisk. So we'll have 2 Ultralisks coming in. Hey, now he's coming with his, okay. I was about to mention that he's got a lot of Zerglings, but they all got eaten. Jeez, I love how the Banelings actually survive and just keep rolling in on. Oh, God. That's just brutal. Man. Alright, we definitely need more ultras. More and more ultras would be very, very good here. There we go. Heal them all up. Walk all over them. And get another ultra. This side needed a bit more ultra love, so let's put him right there. A couple more queens in the back would probably be a good idea as well. How about these Lurkers just surviving for so long, dealing just disgusting amounts of damage. They hit for 39 every 1.43 seconds with the, and then they lower that by 10% for being on creep. And with splash damage all the way down the line, it's just kind of ridiculous. Like, it just flattens everything. He's all the way up to 9 kills, and he's stealth, so he's not getting hurt. Just kind of chilling in the middle, just dealing more and more damage. Now the Banelings are rolling in. That's what I call destruction. Going to add another ultra in here. Put our assimilate on you. Put another creep tumor. Oh, too slow on the creep tumor. Now we got 3 ultras this time. What are you gonna do about it? You're not gonna suicide wave me, that's for sure. And every time they cleave, they return some of their HP. Let's go ahead and read that. Taras restore 12 life per attack, plus 2 for each additional target hit. Let's go ahead and put another creep tumor down there. That means they pretty much just vampiric absorption all the HP that they deal, all the damage they deal back. Let's see, they deal 44 damage every 0.61 seconds, which is kind of absurd. And now that we've got literally an entire front line of them, it's just gonna be brutal. Now I do notice that they are getting some aircraft of their own. These primal mutalisks are really strong. Gotta look out for these. Usually my solution is more queens, because they're not very armored. I may have to invest in something a little bit more strong, like brood mulis of my own, or perhaps some hydralisks. Hydralisks are pretty good. Or they're a pretty good unit. Yeah, because they definitely have air control right now, so we'll see how well my queens handle this, and then make the decision on how to invest from here. The answer is they actually seem to be handling very well. However, with the addition of the Banshees, rather the Banshees were there first, but with the addition of the Mutas, I'm not sure we want to be letting them have such a run of the air control here. Don't think that's a great idea. Yeah, let's go ahead and reclaim some of this air control for ourselves. I'm going to do so with my own Mutas. Go. Let's get some of these guys going. Now these guys have a fair amount of upgrades, like rapid regeneration, regenerates life quickly when out of combat, attacks bounce up to 3 additional times, hitting up to 6 targets, bounces travel further, and they also deal full damage with each weapon bounce, so each bounce is dealing 9 damage, which is, I don't think I need to describe how powerful that is. Go ahead and put it on you, put another creep tumor right there, just to spread it out a little bit. Let's get these upgrades. We could utilize it. There we go. Now that we own the skies, we can also own the ground. They don't have much in the way of anti-air, let alone splash anti-air, so I don't think we have much to worry about here. Let's just walk all over them. Let's go ahead and get a couple of attack upgrades on these guys, just to make sure those Mutalisks are doing their full amount of damage. Ooh, nice. Let's go ahead and put more creep over here. Just spread my creep all over the place. That's what I want to see. Alright, now let's return to taking over the ground with more Ultras. Our Ultras keep getting ahead of the rest of us, so I'm probably going to have to invest in a few Hydralisks here just to finish cleaning up the aircraft a little bit, or Zagar is just going to come in with the Scourge and clear out the air, and then I don't have to deal with it again. That'll work too. Oh boy, now we're going to have to crash into their base, which is not ideal. Nope, they made it away. I was worried that we were going to fight on top of their base within turret range, which is generally not a good idea. Oh yeah. We have full ground control anytime my wave comes in. And the question is, can we control the air enough to have our wave work coherently with itself, or are we just going to kind of run in and separate ourselves? It looks like the Tychus wave is actually doing really well focusing down my Thorax, which is, that could be better. Go ahead and put that on you, put some more people over here. So how can we fix that problem? Would Broodlords be the solution? Broodlords may just be the solution, but let me go ahead and first get a couple Hydras in here. So I want to make sure that we clear up everything nice and quickly. Could also get a couple more Lurkers here, just fill out the line, just for pure supremacy. Make sure to get these Hydra upgrades. Maximum life, frenzy ability, increasing attack speed by 50%. Yes, that is Hydralisk with 50% attack speed. I wasn't kidding when I said Kerrigan gets good Hydras. These Lurkers are still living for their full life duration. So, I mean, it's not like we're not tanky enough, at least at this point. Yeah, they're giving up, or at least claiming that they have no more hope. Or do they really have no? Oh, yeah, the Lurkers are coming in, but they're also getting gunned down. I think that'll be it. Can the wave come in to save it in time? Can they disrupt the tank line? Oh, and they can. They're gone. All right, well, they will live, but only just barely. You know what might teeter it over the edge? Another super Ultralisk. Look at that. 7 armor on an Ultralisk, guys. 7 armor on an Ultralisk, and here come the Banelings. This is just the ultimate suicide wave. Like, there's nothing. He's not even trying to have an attack wave. He's just flattening anything that exists here. He is the hammer. Oh dear. Well, he did flatten things. He did what he wanted to. Look at all these Ultras just marching across. Kerrigan and the Ultras. Never gets old. God. It's like just destruction. Well, here's Tychus gonna try to survive, but now he's surrounded by Ultras. And all the Ultras are dead. How are the Lurkers doing? Lurkers stacking up the damage? They are stacking up the damage. Oh, we're gonna kill them off. Let's go ahead and throw down a couple more Lurkers here. Go. Check back at the front. Oh, that's a lot of tanks. That is a lot of tanks. So I think what I need to do is have something that survives past the current set of waves, which might be the Broodlords as the premium option. Just so we could stack up and try to help out those siege tanks, because if those siege tanks live, as they seem to be doing a decent job, then we can really stack on the pressure. Because right now my wave isn't really designed to survive. The Lurkers kind of. If I were to get better air control, then we could really have the Lurkers survive for a long time. Then we have wave stacking and just push with multiple waves onto the end, which might be the correct option. Especially something to get rid of this type. Like, he just took out like 6 of our ultras right there. That one unit. That's just kind of ridiculous. Like, what? Right, get rid of this guy. He's the detector. Now our Lurkers will survive. And here comes the massive line of siege tanks. Right, next wave is coming up soon, so we'll go ahead and get some Broodlords in here. A couple Broodlords. What upgrades do they have? Movement speed? Sure. Let's do it. It's cheap, it's easy. And we can max out the upgrades on this. And they're actually starting to push us back a little bit. I'm gonna blame these Guardians, because he's got 18 kills. Which means that it's time for me to reclaim air control. We need a little bit more anti-air. Go ahead and hotkey Kerrigan here so I can use the active ability. It comes out of a massive cooldown, so. On you. Activate this, knock everything down and away. Reclaim over the destruction. Yep, all of my meters are gone too. Okay, we need air superiority here. Where is my air superiority option? Hydras are the air superiority option, as well as more mutas, which I think is the better option. Let's get tier 4 upgrade to unlock those good old 5% bonuses. Spread some more creep around the sides, because why not? Yeah, those Guardians cannot be allowed to survive as long as they are. Their wave stacking like that is a bad sign. It's a very bad sign. Oh dear. It's just so much Zerg just suiciding into each other. It's ridiculous. We came so close to winning this earlier too. Alright, go ahead. Take down Tychus, please. Do it. Why are you steal so? Oh my god. Deals 50 damage every 1.7 seconds. That shouldn't be a thing. Alright, we need more Broodlords. Just to shut that down. Just make it stop. And then more mutas to go on top of it. So these will spread out a little bit. There we go. Have them clear things up too. Alright, so now this is the wave that spawned the Guardians. And it's spawning in front of the suicide wave. I find it hard to imagine these Guardians will survive. They will not. And all the explosions just go all the way down to the Zerg. And just clear out the skies. Okay, so I think Zagara has come back with the air support. And just decided to say no to anything in this guy. Which sounds like a good plan to me. Would another wave of ultras be the solution? I don't think so. But it would be fun. Just have a backline of ultras. Huh. So now all of our artillery units are still alive. And unfortunately they're gonna get knocked down by all of their units. They keep killing off our detectors, which is not ideal. Put money gain on you. Let's work on another set of ultras right here. Perhaps more queens to keep things alive. There we go. Yeah, that's a very dead Broodlords. Yeah, Zagara is definitely going heavier and heavier into the anti-air. And just cleaning waves. Every time Zagara's wave spawns, it just pushes them all the way back to their core. Like, look at this. We're doing damage to their shields. It's just not enough. We're having a hard time following up on it. Because while Zagara's wave clears everything out, it doesn't actually have much pushing power. That's the problem with suicide units. You can't deal damage if all your units are dead. Well, at least the Ultras are making it. Well, that Ultra in particular made it through anyways. Yep, now second wave Ultra is coming in. Is that going to be the pushing power we needed? It might just be. I don't think they can save this. Lurkers are just going to deal AoE damage, just penetrate all the way through, down to 25%! Oh, come on, so close, it's dealing more damage. There's just one Lurker left. Oh, so extremely close, but it's not enough. Oh dear, okay. I think the Ultras in the back were the correct decision. Just the extra longevity from the wave is really what we need here. We need to have like a first wave to break everything and then a second wave to push through. Now, Zagara's wave is coming in. It's gonna clean up everything on their wave, and the siege tanks are alive. And they actually protected the siege tanks. They came in just in time, and they're getting hits on the core. Oh, it's down to 116 HP, guys. It's just like just a couple shots away. Oh no, it's regenerating health. Come on, Ultras, burrow onto it. Don't let Taika stand in the way. He wants to be a hero one day. It's not gonna be enough. It's the splash damage. It's down to 50 HP. Come on, just one more hit. Just one more. Just get a few pixels closer. Just one burrow charge. Do it. Yes! Okay, guys, we've got the victory. Kerrigan takes the lead, and with that is a final Zerg hero we have here in Direct Strike. So next up, we'll be moving on through, I believe it's the Protoss heroes next in line. So we'll have to look forward to that next episode. So for now, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the little bell next to it so you get notified when we go live a little later.